And we are back for the finals, and I lied. Last match was not the finals. I kind of messed up, and we have one more match to play here. I lost a lot of time because I had some issues with my computer, but we are on the draw with a very solid hand, so there is that. And we are playing a green deck, it seems so. Just gonna check, yeah, it's recording, great. Elvish Warrior, not really what I wanted to see. I do have a volcanic hammer, cannot really use it yet, but might become useful at some point, I guess we'll see. Alright. Well, a good green deck with a bunch of big creature is gonna be annoying green-white, apparently, alright. I guess the warriors, the warrior, not warriors. Oh, another one. Oh, that's good. That's really good for my opponent. Card is quite annoying to face, given what I have. Cruel Edict. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use that right now. I don't really want to take too many damages from those elves. And yeah, the rats are not racing efficiently anyway currently. The rather two rats, so I think I might as well just get rid of one of those things and play my rats later on. Alright, sure. Those warriors are good. Quite annoying to face. And a Pegasus Charger now. That's not good. Ooh, I drew red though. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna kill that and attack with my Ravenous Rats. Next turn I can cast Hollow Dogs, after that I have Gravedigger. Still have the Razortooth Rats, but not much I can do. Avant Cloud Chaser is annoying, but less problematic than the Pegasus, I would say. Trudge Skeleton. Pretty good blocker. Alright. Hollow Dog should be able to beat down quite efficiently. And if my opponent tries to do some double block or does have a bigger creature to block, I do have the Gravedigger. So things are shaping up nicely here. I'm a bit under pressure, obviously, given the Cloud Chaser, but I think I should end up being fine in the end. Hopefully I will. I have some weird things happening there. Like some latency or something, I don't really know. It's quite annoying. When I click on something, it takes, I don't know, a few seconds before anything reacts. I think I'm just gonna play the Shade and keep 2 mana available to make it 3/3 so my opponent cannot attack. And next turn I'll play the Trudge Skeletons. And if my opponent does attack there, I'm gonna block, whatever. If they have a trick, it's annoying, but don't really want to take too many more damages. Alright, another swim. So I can make that 6/6. Yeah. Sweet. I think I'll attack with those. If my opponent doesn't block, I'll just deal 6 to them. And play the rats and the skeletons afterwards, keeping 1 mana to regenerate. And that should put me in a very solid spot. And I still have that Gravedigger backup in case of, in case something annoying happens. That Cloud Chaser is annoying, but currently my opponent is losing the race. A Cavalier is not really gonna help them match. So yep, things are looking great. Alright. My opponent does have to block my things now. They cannot afford to take any more damages. Any trade is gonna be great because of the Gravedigger, obviously, so... Let's see what kind of block my opponent does. Double block on that? Sure. Ooh, chum block? Alright. Weird. So my opponent is either playing around Gravedigger, which feels a bit weird. Maybe they are, I don't know. Because the block they made did not make much sense to me. Branchwood Warrior. Alright, alright. And, oh, that's sick. They either top deck one or the other. That's completely sick. Come on. I would have won otherwise. Ugh. Alright, that was very dumb. Well, annoying, but whatever. Sometimes you cannot beat their top decks. That's how the games goes. Flashfire. Destroy all planes. That seems good. I've seen a decent amount of 2 toughness creature, even if my opponent also played some 3 toughness creatures. So I could want those. The Foul Imp seems good. But basically there's nothing I want to cut out of my deck, like really nothing. Highway Robber might not be the best given the... I can cut Coercion and Rise Dead, I think. Ooh, actually, yeah, probably keeping the Highway Robber. Alright, yeah, let's do that. And try to beat my opponent. Ooh, that last top deck was disgusting. I don't know, it was probably the Branchwood Armor, I would assume. Because they would have cast that much earlier on, but with the blessing thing, they could not have killed me, and they would have died on their turn. On my turn, so that was pretty lucky on their side. Alright, that's a decent keep. I completely messed up last round. I thought it was the finals for some reason. Whatever. I would have been happy to draw a 2-drop, but a 4-drop is decent too. I think I'll play my rats. We might see a Pegasus there. A Wood Elves, alright. Pretty good card, not very annoying in the current spot. I'm just gonna play another rat and try to deal as much damage as I can with those. I don't think my opponent does have match removal or many ways to deal with those rats or to block them, so that's gonna be quite threatening for them, I would assume. Well, that's pretty threatening for me. And a pacifism. Okay, that's good. That's good. So now I think I should play Holo Dogs. And hopefully somehow this thing dies and I can Crawl Edict my opponent efficiently. Otherwise, it's not gonna be good for me. Even Flock, no problem. No problem. Sure. If I end up trading my dogs for the warrior, the enchanted warrior, it's completely fine. Like, it's not gonna be a good trade for my opponent. So unless they have giant growth, that should be fine. All right, sure. Never mind, no problem. That's just even better. That's literally the best thing that could have happened. All right, goodbye. Nice 2-for-1 there. And now my opponent is definitely in pickles. A Cloud Chaser, and they have to target the pacifism. So that was not a good play. I think you should know about that. Yeah, I mean, old cards are not humane. They are, you know, you have to do things. So I think I'm just gonna pump one. once and play my highway robber afterwards. Alright, so the opponent just 2 for 1, got 2 for 1 two times, once because of the edict on the enchantment, and a second time because of their own Cloud Chaser on the pacifism. Oh god! I might not be able to beat that. Ooh, good lord. Yeah, I think I just cannot beat that. I do have 2 hammers, but if I don't draw them, this will beat me. That's way too powerful against me. Oh lord. Despite the opponent making some misplays and not playing, and playing some very bad card, I think I'm gonna lose because I cannot beat that card. I just cannot beat that card. Unless there are 2 hammer on the top of my library, I just cannot beat that. Because it's 1 mana to prevent all the damages, so I need to have more creature that my opponent have lands. Yeah. Ravenous Rats. Alright. Alright, well, I think we're losing there, unfortunately. What did I get of that? An Angelic Blessing, alright. I don't think my opponent deck is particularly good, but I cannot beat this Circle of Protection unless... I'm monocolor, almost monocolored. My opponent has 8 lands, so I need like 3 more creature, and after that I can start dealing damages. Flash Fire! Whoa! My sideboard is coming through! Now we don't have enough mana to... That's sick! That is sick! That is sick. Alright, yeah, use your thing, whatever. I don't care about that crap. I'm gonna yield to that till the end of time. And now I have more creature than my opponent does have lands. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Sweet revenge. It will still be very hard to beat my opponent, but now at least I do have a chance to do so. Yeah, sure. Yeah, do your job, do your things, I don't care. Just gonna rise that now so I can cast my dogs next turn if needed. Alright, passing the turn, shifting the turn back to the opponent. Good. No other land, that's a good news. Which sideboard option is better? Flash Fires or Circle of... I would assume Circle is much better, but might be able to win there. If they cast something, they will not be able to prevent match. To you, so they cannot use it to, to protect the cloud thing. Sweet. If they block here, I don't like that too much actually. Yeah, I think I'm just attacking with those. Mm-hmm. 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 And one more here. Sure. Don't mind that. If we trade here, it's fine with me. And I should have played Hollow Dogs actually. That would have been better. And if my opponent wants to play a spell, they will not be able to hold the circle anymore. So we might have won this game. Alright, we did! Awesome! Flash Fires beating the Circle of Protection. That's sweet as hell. But if my opponent draws the circle next game, it's gonna be awful. I could side in the Gene. Yeah, I should probably not do that. Maybe Coercion is a good answer to that thing. is my only answer to that thing, actually. Ugh, not good, not good. Alright, I'm gonna categorize that. I think it's pretty... Yeah, it's probably one of the most useless thing I do have here. Alright, that's definitely an interesting final. Good lord, Circle of Protection Black. Ugh. That's some sideboard stuff. That's some good sideboard options. That flash fires though. That was sick. Alright, good. I like this hand. I just pray for no Circle of Protection, but do like my hand. Well, I'd rather have drawn a black, obviously, but it is what it is. No elves, please. Yeah. That was a bit too much to ask for. Foul Imp. At least I have the turn 3 Hypnotic Spectre, which would be quite sick. My Pyroclasm is not looking good, though. Killing my creature, not killing my opponent's creature, not the best. That being said, when your opponent miss land drops, I mean, not land drops, but miss a spell, it means that Spectre is gonna be good. And Spectre is awesome against green-white deck. They don't tend to have enough removal, and that can punish them really hard. Ooh, not good for the opponent, that I can tell you. Ooh, and I got the removal. How lucky. Guess I'll play the robber. If my opponent still wants to attack and try to raise me, no problem. And it seems they are missing again. Yeah, that's unlucky. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Road of Ruin. But honestly, if my opponent draws a plains next turn, and plays the circle, I might just lose. I might still lose. Branchwood Armor. Well, no problem. No problem whatsoever. Guess I could attack with everything. Yeah, I might as well do that. That puts them dead to a hammer. And if they do actually have the Circle of Protection, ooh, I got it. And that's gonna be a concession. Alright, that was... I mean, I'm laughing and all, but that was definitely not fun for the opponent. But, you know, it's the game. Sometimes this happens. And, yep. There's nothing that my opponent could have done. That's really unlucky. Alright, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, feel free to leave a like or subscribe. And this time, it's the end of the draft. This time I did not mess up. It's really the end. Alright, thank you for watching and see you guys for another draft.